What's up, ladies and gentlemen of the internet? That's right, you read the headline correctly. This is the CEO Top 10 Films of the Decade. Yo, before we get started, in my last video, the top 10 list of 2019, I told y'all I was sick, right? So between that video and this one, yeah, I had the flu. It wasn't fun at all. It sucked. That's why I'm all relaxed. I got my robe on. I don't have a care in the world, but something I do care about. It's people that reached out to me, so I appreciate you guys. The ones that get well soon or speedy recovery or just gave me recommendations of movies and shows to watch while I was on my deathbed for a few days. I appreciate you guys. You guys are what make me want to do more and more videos every single day, so I truly appreciate you guys. So I'm not going to get too sentimental, but thank you. So I just want to let y'all know beforehand, this list was extremely hard to do. There's actually picks I want to change right now that I think about it as I look into this camera, but I'm not going to do it. I ironed this out. I made 10 movies that were my favorites of the decade, and I'm going to stick to them. And it was about 200 to 300 movies that I went between back and forth and just trying to narrow it down to 10 movies. And I think I did a good job. And while it was a tall task of movies to go through, the same things that apply to any other top 10 list are the same things that apply to this top 10 list. One of those things being, these films are my favorites. Me. And the second thing being, if I ain't seen every film that came out in the year of 2019, I pray to sweet baby Jesus you didn't think that I've seen every film that came out in the past decade. You didn't think that, did you? Good job. And also, to keep this list kind of balanced and make sure that it's not too much of one thing on this list, I only picked one Marvel film, one Pixar film. So without any further ado, let's get to it. This is Movie CEO's top 10 films of the decade. Number 10, The Dark Knight Rises. Off the bat, this is one of my favorite trilogies in cinema, period. Christopher Nolan's excellent storytelling of Batman's character is almost unmatched, unrivaled in any comic book movie that has come out since the invention of comic book movies. But the centerpiece of these films were the villains. I know we talk about Heath Ledger's Joker and his legendary performance, but something that we overlook from time to time, Tom Hardy's Bane. I loved his performance in this film, and I love the conclusion of this trilogy, and that's why this film is at my number 10 spot. Number 9, Looper. This Rian Johnson time travel sci-fi epic is truly one of a kind. Everything from the clothes to the cinematography, the story being told, it's a beautiful time. If you haven't seen this film, please go watch it. Number 8, The Social Network. This movie, boy, I tell you something about mixing friends and businesses. The story was great, the dialogue was greater, and Jesse Eisenberg, I gotta give him his props. He did that role because there was like 5 or 6 moments in this film where I literally wanted to reach through the screen and punch him. Yep. I want to punch him. So that's how I know he did a good job. Number 7, Gone Girl. So David Fincher directed The Social Network. He also directed Gone Girl. David Fincher for the win today. I absolutely loved this who, what, when, where, why story. It was such a captivating story. It kept me engaged from beginning to end. And also, shout out to Tyler Perry. He did a great job in this film. It's probably his best body of work. I don't really count the Madea films too much, but this movie is easily his best body of work. Check it out if you haven't. Number 6, Baby Driver. Now, Drive with Ryan Gosling actually almost took this spot. The reason why I picked this one over Drive is this one moves with a beat and a tempo that is unmatched pretty much by any other film. At the center of it is the music. It's the heartbeat of this film. And on top of that, the third act of this film easily could have made this top 10 list by itself. But collectively, this movie is a unique body of work that should be experienced by everyone. Number 5, Logan. Now, Days of Future Past almost took this spot. But I put Logan in this spot because I love the No Country for Old X-Men vibes this film gives me. This film gave us the rated R Logan and Wolverine that we so rightfully deserved for so many years, and it was well worth the wait. Number 4, 12 Years a Slave. This film was the best tough watch of the decade for me. This movie hit me in emotional spots I didn't even know existed. All I'm gonna say is when we talk about Roots and The Color Purple, you better add this film to that list too, because it deserves to be up there. Number 3, The Avengers. Now don't get me wrong, I love Endgame and Infinity War. I'm not taking anything away from them, but there is something about watching your childhood heroes assemble for the first time. This film gave me everything I wanted and everything I didn't know I needed. While everything that came after this was amazing, I'm not taking anything away from that. This film, the first time, was something special. Number 2, Toy Story 3. Out of all 4 Toy Stories, this is my favorite one. They turn a daycare into a prison and the warden is a bear that smells like strawberries. Who would have thought of that? And if you didn't get misty-eyed at the end of this movie, I'm questioning your heart. I don't think you have one. All right, ladies and gentlemen, without any further ado, the #1 movie of this decade for Movie CEO is...
I have it under control. I'd hate to see out of control.
Inception. I've revisited this movie 15 to 20 times and it just keeps getting better with each watch. The story is amazing, the action is ridiculous. Just that one fight that takes place in the hotel hallway where the room rotates, that's genius. That's genius at its finest. This film is a masterclass in creativity, and that's why it's my #1 film of the decade. So guys, that's my list of my favorite films for the decade. What are some of yours? If you got something, drop a comment below. Got an idea? Let me know. I look forward to doing more of these in the future. Happy New Year.